Hi there, I'm Adam Farrell and welcome to the next in our short video collection designed to bring marketing messages to small business owners. And today I'd like to talk to you about branding and the importance of branding for a small business. Many small business owners ignore branding. They don't think it's pertinent to them, or perhaps they believe that branding is just about their logo. But actually branding is something that's beyond your visual identity. It's kind of an unwritten promise or an unwritten agreement between you and your audience. And it brings into play not only things like your visual branding, for example, your logo and the colours that you use, but also the tone of the language that you use, the look and the feel of the visual images, and both on your website and in social media. And it also encompasses the entire gamut of the way that you communicate online and offline. And absolutely, it's completely critical for a small business. And there are two reasons for that. Firstly, because you're creating this unwritten agreement, this unwritten promise about what your brand represents, you need to have brand consistency so that anytime your clients, your prospects, or anyone else that you communicate to on a regular basis is in communication with you, that they're getting that sense that it's always the same. Your brain is just subconsciously looking and yearning for consistency, because it's that consistency that builds trust, and trust is critical in any relationship, whether it's unwritten or whether it's openly stated. And the second reason, and probably the more important reason, that brand consistency and your branding is important for a small business is that if you look at the organizations in the world who spend millions, if not billions, on branding, you're competing with them for the same audience, maybe for a different product, maybe for a different value proposition, but ultimately you're still competing with these organizations for the same people, and they spend millions, billions of dollars globally on this, which means that unless you are really consistent about your own branding, unless you're creating a relationship between yourself and your audience, and you're doing that consistently and they can trust it, you're going to be lost. Your messages are going to be lost in amongst all of the other background noise that's created by every other single organization who has an online or an offline presence. So absolutely, for a small business, there are two reasons why branding is fundamental. One, it builds trust and consistency with your audience. Secondly, it allows you to establish a foothold online and offline and break through the noise of all of the other organizations who are competing for the same attention from your audience as you are. Now, hopefully that makes sense, and thank you very much again for listening. And if there are any topics you would like us to cover in these short videos, then please comment and tag me in the boxes below, and we'll deal with it in the next sort of 5 or 7 days, something like that. Thanks again for listening, and we'll speak to you again soon.